friend. Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday, which I don't usually vlog on a Saturday, but I have a to-do list, a want list, a must-do list, a let's take care of my mental health list of things that they don't have to get done. No, they don't have to get done. But for my internal survival, for me to get my mental health back in track, which is something I've been really trying to make happen for the last several weeks. Your girl's been struggling. She's been struggling. So I figure if we make it a video, if we turn it into work, sure, a therapist will dig into that one later, that I'll actually make these things happen. The things that I would like to get done this weekend are the closet in my office is scary. It's scary. Remember my cleaning video when I was like the Monica closets? I've already semi-cleaned it out maybe like a month ago and it's still very scary. So I want to take everything out of it and only put things back in it that we actually need. The complicated part of that, however, is some of the stuff in that office is my husband's. And he'll deny this until the day he dies, I guarantee it. I've known the man since he's 13 years old. We don't need it, the stuff that he has in that closet. He's never gonna touch it again. But it has moved with us from house to house to house for the last 14 years. And so I know that he's not gonna get rid of that stuff. I'll convince him at some point. I'm not sure that this weekend is that weekend, but we'll try. Never say never, I guess. But anyway, I need to take everything out of that closet, only put things back in it. Maybe my strategy should be is that like, I'll take his stuff, put it in a corner and be like, hey, if you want to keep this stuff, find somewhere to put it that isn't in this closet. And then it'll become his problem, which is not very nice to do, but it can be effective. Anyway, so the Monica closet needs some attention. That definitely needs to happen. I would love to spend like an hour, maybe two, kind of planning and strategizing and making a game plan that could be repeatable for my business. Because again, your girl's been struggling, which is embarrassing to admit because in a past life, I used to literally develop systems and processes for other people, which is a lot easier to do than it is to do it for yourself. Let's just get all that out right now. I know what I need to be doing. Am I doing it? Not really. Not really. Do I know why I'm not doing it? Maybe. Does it matter if I know? Probably not, but it needs to get done. So what I would like to do is spend some time getting that in order. This is like a get my life in order with me kind of video. Are you okay with that? Because that's kind of what this is turning into. The other thing that I would like to do is do a quick clean of my house. That would be great. And is that all? Oh, no, it's not all. I've been reading a book from I think she's an indie author. I could be wrong about that actually, but her name is Rachel Lewis. I found her on Instagram. She's adorable. And so far her book is really adorable. It's called Yours Unexpectedly. It's completely outside of the genre I normally read. I've been very dead set on the like suspense, crime, thriller, murder train for a long time. And the book that got me out of that was Heart to Heart by Sarah Furlong Burr. I met her and was her table neighbor at the Michigan Book Ball. And that book was so cute. I finished it weeks ago. I still think about it today. It was so adorable. And it got me outside of this like doom and gloom reading habit that I was in. And now I'm reading Yours Unexpectedly, which is adorable, a little spicy. I'm not quite to the spice yet, but I can tell it's getting there. And I'm not really a spice reader. If I'm gonna be really honest with you, I usually skip over those parts. Is that wrong? I probably just offended all of the book community, but it is really cute. It's sweet. I'd like to spend some time reading my book this weekend. So that's the to-do list. It's not crazy. It's nothing totally ambitious, but I do think it's realistic. It could happen. So let's make it happen. Okay. Be kind. This, oh God, is my Monica closet. And like I said, this is an improvement from where it was like a month ago, but she needs a lot of work, like a lot of work. So let's get started on it. cleaning video. I'm treating today's to-do list a lot like that, where I have these things that I'm trying to get done, but I'm also allowing myself to take breaks and enjoy my weekend on top of like getting done what I want to get done. So I started on the closet, as you guys saw, and then we took a bit of a break when my kid got up and went to the pool for a couple of hours, which was really fun. That was actually our first time at our neighborhood pool, even though we've lived here for almost 4 years, whatever. And that was really nice. It was an awesome way to start the day and wear the kiddo out. So he is down for his nap now. That's Oaken being a jerk. And I am going to make some lunch before getting back into the closet. And I think I'm gonna make a BLT sandwich with pimento cheese, because that sounds really good to me, and a very summery lunch. So I would normally make my little salad that you guys have seen a million times, but I think I'll just make that tomorrow and have it for the week of lunches coming up. So pimento cheese sandwich, BLT, which I've never actually had before, but it sounds like it would be really good. How could it be bad? Oh, and I got tomatoes yesterday at the farmer's market, so it's win-win. I do realize that this is likely blasphemous, but as I've mentioned a few times, I'm in my allowing myself to be lazy era when it comes to cooking. As much as I love it, it's just not the time to be adventurous. So I'm gonna use microwave bacon. Please don't come for me. Yes, if this were any other part of my life, I would be doing the whole making like actual good thick cut bacon. Today is not that day. There ain't nothing wrong with some microwave bacon, if you ask me. Hello. Have I gotten back to the closet? No. No, I have not. No, I have not. Instead of being productive, when we got home from the pool, we ate some lunch, and then we rotted on the couch for hours. I couldn't tell you the last time I laid on the couch and binge watched a TV show. And it's a show my husband's already watched, The Good Doctor. I think I mentioned it here that I've been watching it. Anyway, been watching The Good Doctor, and my husband's already seen it, and so he was like, come watch it in here. So he was resting because he had a headache, and I watched a lot of episodes while the kiddo napped. And then once the kid got up from nap, I continued to lay on the couch and watch The Good Doctor, and the child played around us and cuddled and hung out with us. And it was not productive at all, but it was necessary, I feel like. The boys just went to go play putt-putt. And so I snuck off back to the grocery store, even though I've already been to that exact grocery store once today, to pick up some special stuff for tomorrow. So you're watching this on Thursday. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Father's Day. And my husband's favorite breakfasty thing is the orange cinnamon rolls. So I thought we would start tomorrow with a card and a nice breakfast. So cinnamon rolls, the real bacon, not like my crazy hokey microwave bacon that I used for my BLT, which was delicious, by the way. And we'll do eggs, bacon, and cinnamon rolls. And then for dinner tomorrow night, I picked up some sirloins, and I have corn on the cob. Oh no, we're using corn on the cob for tonight's dinner. I'm making burgers. And I bought some lobster cakes, mostly just because they looked interesting. This was not part of my plan, but I saw them and I was like, done, let's get them. So we'll see how those come out. I feel like they'll come out better in an air fryer than previously when I've tried to make lobster or crab cakes in an oven. And then we're again with the lazy era of food preparation, just those loaded potatoes that you can easily make in the microwave, which are actually quite delicious, so don't hate on them if you've not ever tried them. And then I just got some asparagus that I'll roast up. So that is food for tomorrow that I didn't really want my husband knowing about, so I had to go and grab that.
wonderful idea I had once.
Okay, it's not completely empty, but it's better than it was. That box is my husband's, that stuff is mine. There's extra flooring, the cat box, and then these shelves have some stuff in them. But, oh my God. This is now the fun part. Because everything needs to be organized and I need to determine what stays, what goes, where it's gonna go, if it stays. That's a project for another time though. I at least got this part done. Not that this was much of an accomplishment. This was literally just emptying out a closet, but I've been putting it off for a very long time. So now that it's all out in my office, I have work on Monday. It's gotta get done before Monday. So I will make it happen. Mess and clutter stress me out. Oh man, they stress me out so bad. Okay, let's go make some dinner. Am I gonna get to the other things on my list this weekend? Probably not. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, I mentioned that I got a tomato from the farmer's market earlier, but I also got fresh corn. I've never bought fresh corn with the husks on. I have a core memory, and I don't even know why this is something that is stuck in my head, but my best friend, like my earliest best friend, I mean, I had to have been like 2 or 3, maybe 4. She left by the time I think I was like 5. She had moved. But I remember sitting on her back deck with her mom, husking corn. So I think I just peel it off and I'm gonna put it on the grill, which is supposedly supposed to be very simple. Knowing me, I will probably mess it up, but we're gonna try anyway because it seems like a nice thing to add for dinner on a summer night. Ooh, I forgot I had a second dog for half a second there. Okay, good morning. It's the next day and I'm gonna attempt to start going through some of the stuff. We're gonna go to the pool in a little bit. It's Father's Day and we're gonna spend time as a family and that's what the kiddo wants to do. So that's what we're gonna do. But I would like to make at least, I don't think I'm gonna get anything back in the closet right now, but what I would like to do, and this is probably what I should have done when I was emptying the closet, but I need to make like categories. I need to make categories of all this stuff so that when it's time for me to decide what to do with it, I'm deciding as a category rather than just like, oh God, what have I done? You know, when you're a kid and your parents make you like trash bag clean your room and you're like super motivated at first and then you get halfway through the project and you're like, I've lost my will to live and I never want to do this ever again. That's where I'm at. But now it's such a mess that I can't do that. Like something has to happen with all this stuff. So let's make something happen with all this stuff. Oh God, I don't even know where to start. I really don't even know where to start. It's fine. It's a danger zone in here. It's literally a danger zone. Someday I will have a label maker. Today is not that day. But I have, ow, I did something to flare up my back, which is also probably why this project is taking me a lot longer than I anticipated, but man alive does it hurt. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a video on my channel from like January where I go into details about what happened, but I am in a wee bit of pain, but I have organized things into these bins. Some of these things were in like bins like this, which just take up entirely too much room and can't be stacked. So we have made some serious progress. I actually am, I think, in this stage of like putting things back in the closet. So I'm gonna use my label process. I did this with Wade's closet when I was making like a, what are the words? Why am I having so much hard time? Why am I having such a hard time with this? I used this same system when I made like a toy rotation pull center in Wade's closet when I went through like all of his toys. And it's worked out really nicely because I found that even if things have to be kind of haphazardly stored or like stored on top of each other, having something that tells me what's in the bin is helpful, because it doesn't matter how much I think I'm going to remember. Campbell, do you mind moving your tail? I'm not gonna. And I think I just have to come to terms with that. What? Yeah, Cammy's with Mom. Yeah. Anyway, we went to the pool this morning and had a really lovely breakfast for Father's Day. I think, are you and Dad getting ready to go do something?
Daddy, hey dirt.
You need your hay dirt?
Yeah.
Okay. He needs his excavator. He calls it a hay dirt because of Blippi. Hold on. Let me get him his toy. Okay, so I'm going to put my labels on these things, and I will see you when I am putting things into the closet. There are some things that I never even took out of the closet just because there's no sense. But I think we've made some massive progress. I'm excited to see like the before and after on this video, because I feel like that'll be super satisfying for me, because this project has taken me at this point, what day are we on? It's Sunday. I think I started this. Did I start this yesterday or did I start it on Friday? I honestly don't remember, but that's okay. I am also on a pain pill for my back, and I feel like that's hindering things. But labels and then putting things away, which is very exciting. Are we ready? Because I'm pretty happy with this. There's no light in here, so it might be a little tricky to see. And it's not perfect. I get that it's not perfect. It's also not fancy organized. Like, I'm not spending bukus of money at like the Container Store or anything like that. The whole point of this, number one, was to get rid of stuff we don't need, which I don't even know how we have stuff we don't need when we've moved as many times as we have. But to get rid of things we don't need, but also to be able to access what's in here and to know what's in here, which was definitely not the case before. So let's take a look. How do we feel? That's still kind of chaotic up there, but it's just luggage and there's no way for me to like pleasantly organize that. These are cords. I realize that's haphazard, but it's necessary. This is kind of a hodgepodge. Like this, we're gonna just kind of ignore. Jackets we pared down. I got rid of jackets that I've had since college. Definitely don't need those anymore. This is all filming stuff right here. Our vacuum lives in here because there's nowhere else to put it. But some of this filming stuff and like business stuff, I couldn't even fit in this closet before. So like that big tripod, my ring light, and my sign were not in here before because they couldn't fit. We still have these two boxes, which are just necessary. The cat stuff is still here. The storage of like extra pillows and our Christmas wrapping is back here. Let's see if you can see that. I do have our Christmas wrapping back here. There's really like, here, do you see that? I just have it in a trash bag in the corner because how else are you supposed to store that? The blue bin is different art projects that Wade has done between like daycare, preschools, being with babysitters, things we've done. And I don't know what to do with it yet. A lot of what's in there actually needs to go in here, which our sweet babysitter gave to us, which is like supposed to be a photo album of his artwork. But that's that. And then this is one of our wedding albums, which is not our official wedding album because the dog ate it. And then we have like important house papers. This is dog and like cat care stuff. This is package ordering. So like when people order a book. And then more filming stuff is down here, and then cat litter. On top of the artwork is Wade's, whoa, there we go, Wade's Easter basket, and then the bucket that he can use for trick-or-treating. Inside that bucket is yet another bag in case he needs it. These two things are Easter and Christmas related. This here is like party supplies and gift bags. This is a gift that one of my really good friends gave me and I haven't made the time to do it yet. It's a crochet kit for all of the Friends characters, which is exciting, but the reason it lives there is because right next to it is more craft supplies. And then this here is just matting for picture frames that we haven't needed to use yet. But now I at least know where it is. And then obviously our jackets, because this also has to act as a coat closet. This is my nail organizing stuff. That's been there for years. It's actually fully pretty much like cleared out because that used to be chock full of nail polish and it is not anymore. It's just more like nail accessories. Now all I need to do is like clean up my office because there's now a pile of stuff that I want to sell and then stuff that just needs to get like taken out of the trash can and tidied. I need a vacuum, do like normal cleaning stuff in here, but I am satisfied that that project is done. I will put in like a quick before and after right now just so we can have that like satisfying moment. Okay, let's do it. We went to the pool this morning and I have yet to change out of my bathing suit, mainly because I wanted to sit outside during Wade's nap. And I was like, there's no sense in changing into clothes when I'm just gonna sweat being outside. I'll change once he wakes up and we're on to the afternoon activities. Which, by the way, if you guys have any recommendations for bathing suits for not, ooh, what was that? Spam risk. If you have any bathing suit recommendations for someone who is not 22, who hasn't had a butt lift, who has zero interest in having their butt hanging out of their bathing suits, who's potentially had a child and things look different than they once did. I have no problem wearing a two-piece, but like, I don't know. Like, I would probably wear a different bathing suit to chase around my toddler than I would if I was like going on a boat with my friends without the children. But you just know what I mean. If you have recommendations, please share them with me because I am on the struggle bus with the bathing suit situation. Because honestly, this bathing suit was my maternity bathing suit. Anyway, I did get some reading done, but I got reading done while at the pool this weekend with my kid and my husband. And I'm trying, this is all hard to navigate, but I'm trying really hard to kind of keep some things separate because family time, especially right now as we're getting ready to launch into football season, is so sacred to me at the moment. If you don't know, my husband's a football coach. He will essentially disappear from the planet very, very soon. Oh, there's a bluebird. So I didn't even like pull out my phone from the bag, which I've been doing a very good job of lately, like just keeping my phone tucked away. But so I don't have any clips of me actually making time to read, but I did make time to read. And I have kind of like spot cleaned my house a little bit. We finished the Monica Geller closet, which was like the big to-do on the to-do list. But I did want to, I'm not gonna take an hour or two because I don't have an hour or two, but I am going to kind of dissect the like daily tasks that I need to do into less broad and potentially less overwhelming so that I actually do them throughout the day. Just having a real hard time. It's honestly, it's the book marketing. It's book marketing and I'm not afraid anymore. Like the fear is gone. I don't care because what am I afraid of? Like whatever. Who cares? At this point, I have enough validation that I don't at least suck at this. I might not be everyone's cup of tea, but at least I know the words that I'm putting on a page make sense and can capture somebody's attention. Fine by me. But for some reason, marketing the book has been really tricky. So I think the thing that I need to do is, because like the stuff that's on the to-do list are things like pins and Facebook posts and social media posts and short form videos and all that kind of stuff, like the little tidbits that I use for incentivizing someone to buy or read my book if you are on Kindle Unlimited. And yes, I know I need to do that. I know I need to do those things every single day, but the thing that keeps stopping me is I don't have like a repository of things that I can use to
jumpstart creativity as far as like, I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say. I hope it's making sense. And I'm certain if you are creative trying to market your own thing, you probably know what I'm trying to say. But basically, it would be helpful if I had like content buckets that I could either reframe those little tidbits in different ways to use as different content, or have it be a certain type of idea that jumpstarts a different idea or inspires a different idea. Because I am just having so much trouble finding creative ways to say thing, and I would be much quicker at accomplishing these tasks and much more dedicated to accomplishing these tasks if I gave myself the chance, like maybe once a week, to really sit down and hammer out some ideas without creating any of the content. Just like in a notebook, writing down all the ideas, the blurbs, collecting reviews, all of those types of things. And then that way when I go to sit down every single day to do the content that I need to do, there's something for me to pull from. So that is what I'm gonna do right now. I have my computer. I'm gonna sit here. I'm going to hammer out a few different ideas as far as like what kind of content I need to be creating, to be marketing. This, even just having this conversation is making my heart rate rise. And I don't know why, I just, someday I will be able to hire someone to do this. Today is not that day. So today, we do it
Wonderful
ourselves.
idea I had once.
I think I'm actually gonna end the video here. It's a few days later, but that's okay. I actually just completed something that was not on my weekend list, but was definitely very necessary to get done, and that was cleaning out my car. I luckily have a babysitter this morning, and when she arrived, Wade immediately grabbed her hand and was like, go, car, go. And I was like, you don't have to leave the house. And she's like, that's all right. We'll go like play at a playground, go to the pool, whatever. So it's rare that I'm actually in my house without my child. And so I'm like treating it as a supercharged nap time, essentially, where I'm trying to like power through house chores and work because I'm able to like deep focus, which is unusual, and I'm taking advantage of it. But also something I can't really do when he's around is clean out the car because he's so prone to just run into the street. So we can't really be out front while I'm like distracted doing something else. So I did manage to clean out my car, and I did finally turn his car seat around. I really, really wanted to keep his car seat backwards as long as I possibly could. I mean, I envisioned keeping him backwards until he was like 4 years old, but I have a black car with a black leather interior and a really crappy air conditioning system. And so the airflow just does not move as efficiently as one would want. And we keep a fan like right in front of his vent to like funnel it around. But the last couple of days, it gets real freaking hot where I live. And the last couple of days, like when I've gone to go get him out of the car, like he's sweaty and I'm like, nope, no, that's gonna break my heart. So I turned the car seat around. He will be 3 in October, so definitely much earlier than I anticipated, but I think you're allowed to turn it around at 2. So we got a few more extra months out of it at least. I did check in with a friend who has twins that are a few months younger than Wade. And she's flipped her kids around and she's like, it'll change your life. So here's hoping. I did also finally clean out, the crevice. I do this occasionally, not as often as one should, but if you have a rear facing car seat and you also have a toddler that eats in the car sometimes, the crumb collection that comes to like that crevice between the car seat and the back seat, hopefully that is now the last time I ever have to clean out that crevice. I did also have a realization this weekend when I was placing a Target order. It'll tell you like, don't forget, you know, your most often bought items. In that list were formula, which we obviously don't need anymore. But the other thing it was recommending was diapers. And I was like, we've done it. When I first had Wade, my boss at the time was like, all right, the 2 Ds will take you out, man. Diapers and daycare. Well, we're out of diapers. He's not in daycare. So, are we getting there? Is this progress? Are we figuring it out? Are we ever figuring it out as parents? I don't I don't really think so. If you could see what I have going on right now, I have 3, should I show you real quickly? I have 3 screens going at the same time, and that is pretty much the visual representation of the multiple tabs open in my brain at all times. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for tackling the Monica closet with me. And I am feeling much better about that. It has inspired me to tackle other areas of my house, so maybe I'll take you along with that. If I could get my husband on board, I would love to tackle our laundry room closet because it is full of DIY house renovation equipment, which we have not done a single DIY since before my son was born. So we might need to clear that out and allow me to actually use it as laundry room space. But that's a project for another day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye.